The little Ingelach and the Medelach will lead us as we go out of a Golos Biyod Romo. Put your hands together. Or you can snap your fingers. Hey! Come on, guys, snap along. And we're swinging out of Golos. That's it. Enough is enough. The drummer man. Yeah. That's how we do it. One more time. Thank you. Enjoy the evening. I'll see you later. Thank you.
Oh, where you? Whoa! Where are you going?
I'm not going anywhere.
Where are you going?
I'm coming to call
It's
you
me.
Duet.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it says here. No, me and you were doing a duo.
We do what it doesn't say.
1 second. No, I'm sorry. It's Mordechai Ben David.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
See you later.
I mean, I'm not doing it with Mordechai Ben David. You're doing it with Mordechai Ben
Oh,
David.
I feel better now. Okay.
You feel better?
Much better.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the incredible Avraham Fried, please.
Oh, yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Abba Perlmutter from Long Beach, California. Thank you. And I will be your host this evening. It just took me 7.5 hours to drive the 30 miles from Long Beach. And you may ask me why. Why would a normal person try to do that endeavor? Because I'll tell you, because when Beis Chayemushka and Cheder Menachem call, you can't say no, if you know what I mean. I think a lot of people here understand what I'm talking about. They're very, very, very persuasive. Very persuasive. But I'd like everyone to relax, sit down. We have an incredible evening that we prepared for you tonight. We are going to be meeting some exciting mechanchim, teachers, parents. The great Rabbi Greenbaum is going to address us. Come on, give it a round of applause for Rabbi Greenbaum. And a mystery board member who I will not mention his name tonight. He will also be, you'll be meeting him. But the most important thing, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, of course, is raising money. Raising money for these two most important institutions that have come together. And what an incredible chutzpah, I can't believe, campaign this is. I mean, to go far out and so crazy. But you know what? Tonight we're going to find out exactly why we should be supporting these institutions. I'll tell you honestly, I was afraid to do this on my own. The numbers are so big, so wide. So I'd like to invite a co-host up with me to help me this evening. He is one of my favorite human beings. I've known him since I was actually taller than him. He is a former student of Cheder Menachem. He is a parent of children in Cheder Menachem. He is the rabbi of Chabad of downtown Los Angeles. It's none other than my dear friend, Rabbi Moshe Greenbaum. Moshe, come on.
Oh,
Moshe.
hello.
Shalom Aleichem.
Aleichem.
So nice to see you. I just want to say, you know what? How ironic this is? That two troublemakers that constantly got kicked out of school are doing here tonight. Look at this. Hosting Cheder Menachem Beis Chayemushka's fundraiser. Right? I tell you something. For those teachers of mine that said that I would not amount to anything, the joke's on you. Here I am, hosting one of the most important events in Los Angeles this year. I understand it's not the Oscars. I get it. But look at us, Moshe, here tonight. What are you laughing? You're no tzaddik, okay? I remember you and your brothers at school, okay? How many times your father had to be at the principal's office? All right, Moshe?
It's true.
So, okay?
Rabbi, I'll tell you something. True story. My 7th grade Rebbe here, Rabbi Marcus, who I love very, very much, he told me at the end of the year, he said, listen, Greenwald, you're either going to be a successful shliach or a gangster. So, that was my future.
I'll tell you. Shliach, definitely. Gangster, I don't know. But anyways, tonight, Moshe, we are here.
Who's slapping who tonight?
Who's slapping who?
Yeah.
I'm not slapping you, that's for sure. I know your father. Okay? But I'll tell you, tonight is going to be a night that we are going to talk about two institutions that are off the grid. Because generally, when you start talking about education, it's about kids, but here, kids want to come to school. Educators want to teach the kids. The administration wants to help the educators. And the parents want to be involved and want to help this institution. This is an anomaly, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here tonight to support that. So, Maishi, tell me, you are a parent of the school. We're talking here to these people here who already have been supporters, and from everyone, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for what you've done. We're also broadcasting to who knows how many around the world. Tell them, why should they support these two institutions?
Absolutely. Abba, let me tell you, as you said, I'm not just a parent here, but I am a graduate. In fact, I was part of the first graduating class in 1995. I was there when the Cheder started. And let me tell you, for those of you who remember, and those of you who weren't here then, the Chinuch situation here in Los Angeles was less to be desired. And it was perilous. And the fact is that the board stood up close to 30 years ago. We met Rabbi Yoska, who started, and the board at that time. And I've watched this miracle take place. The tree that was planted way back when has grown to a mighty, mighty empire today. My friends, we are seeing a miracle happen tonight. We are witnessing a miracle happen tonight, and we are part of a miracle happening tonight. And it's all because of each and every one of you who are making this happen. All of us together, united as one, to bring our Cheder and our Beis Chaimischka to the heights that it deserves to be.
Very, very well said. Maishi, you are going to act tonight as our money man, the banker as they call it. I understand that a number of gifts have already come in. The campaign is well on its way. So can you share with us some of those numbers? Tell the crowd here, where are we holding? How much we still have to go? Because these people in the front, they just want to know how much more they should cough up.
Absolutely.
They need to know how much more to give, so they'd like to know the numbers.
Okay, before we get started, just understand this. We're already at $16.25 million. How do we get here? There was a number of people that stood up before this campaign even started.
One second. Is that 16 million?
Yeah. From 1,386 donors.
Wow.
So, these donors stood up.
It's a big number.
Before the campaign started. And I'm going to read them quickly, but know that each and every one of them, each and every one of you are a gem in this collection to make tonight happen. The Beidelman family, Eli and Malki Chitrik, Shmuley and Esti Cohen, Tzvika and Rivka First, the Friends of Cheder Menachem and Beis Chaimischka Los Angeles, the Gorowitz family, Ari and Nomi Greenwald, Yankel and Miriam Kagan, Yukasil and Hindi Kalmanson, Stan and Helen Kasten, Simcha and Cyril Levenberg, Danny and Michal Levin, Alter and Debbie Levitin, Levi and Malki Lieberman, Yossi and Gila Lipsker, Yossi and Sarah Mayberg, David and Sarah Morris, Yecheskel and Nechami Rayburn, Menachem and Chavi Rubenstein, Sruli and Eliza Shochat, the Silicon Valley Community Foundation, Melach and Chana Weiss. This group of people, astounding numbers, $14.25 million before we even got started. And and since Wednesday, we raised another 2+ on top of them. So, my friends, the numbers are real. This campaign is real. We're not putting out any fluff tonight. All the numbers that I'm going to be announcing tonight are numbers that are coming in right now as we speak. And before I do so, there's some very, very special people that I have to call out and give a shout out to right now. All right? At this moment.
Me?
First of all, soon. He's going to be mentioned many times, but ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the dean of this institution of Cheder Menachem, Rabbi Mendel Greenbaum. Without him, there would be no Cheder.
All right.
Very simple. World-renowned mechanech who is looked at from all corners of the world how to run a school. We are lucky to have him. We are blessed to have him.
And you know what? We're going to hear from him a little later on, too.
I'm sure we will.
There you go.
This year, we have been blessed with another gift. The executive director, Rabbi Shalom Ber Lengzam, from the prestigious Lengzam family. This is a family that they run on batteries, extra octane. They get things done in a way that very, very few people can get them done. And I am so excited with the changes that Shalom has already implemented here. Heart and soul he's putting into this institution.
You know what, Maishi?
Yeah.
Let me stop you right there. I know there's a number of people,
Okay.
a lot of people that we are going to be thanking tonight, and we're going to be back. But right now,
The show must go on.
the show must
Alrighty.
go on, as they say. You know what?
Fantastic.
These numbers are absolutely incredible and very impressive. I mean, the people here in LA know how to do it right, but we're not there yet. We still need more. We still need more. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Listen, those of you who are at home right now watching,
please.
you're watching. Everybody here has paid a lot of money to get in. Those of you who are at home, it's free to watch. It's also free to give. Give generously. Make tonight a reality. We'll give you more reasons later on. But
Right now,
yeah, who?
we're back to music.
Are you singing?
You want to clear
I'm
the
leaving
crowd?
the stage. It's
I
not
could
for me.
clear the crowd in a minute.
All right.
I start singing. No. We have with us tonight the original, the OG, the singing sensation, the one and only Mordechai Ben David. Woo!
No, people are always asking, first of all, good evening, everyone. Hope you're having a good time. I saw the food before, it looked incredible. Asach bosar beheme. Asach gute wine. They say wine is fine, but liquor is quicker, but whatever does the trick. People are always asking for the old songs, so tonight we'll do a little medley in the good old days. Abraham was called by God to sacrifice his son. With the cry of Hineni, deed was done. Now what will become of our father's devotion if we won't say nay, nay in our every emotion? So my brothers, put your faith in the above. Say nay, nay, I am ready to serve you. Remembering the light, the grace of Migdash standing. Oh, my Father's delight. I'm just a soul yearning, child is returning to my Father's embrace, to the Chinuch Deutsch's faith. I don't want to think, I'd rather pray and sing, rather tell the story of your holiness and glory. I don't need a thing, I'd rather pray and sing a word, much rather tell the story of your holiness and glory. Western Wall on Friday night, first time ever there. Strapped into his knapsack with his long and curly hair. Stood there for a while, broke out with a smile, emotion overwhelming joy with tears. The men were dancing there, their hearts are full of love. They sang such happy tunes to thank the one above, showing them the way, forgiving them a day, the rest rejoice, peace of mind, pray. Hey all.
One Shabbos and we'll all be free. Just one Shabbos, come and join with me.
Let's sing and dance to the sky.
With our spirits so high,
We will show them all it's true. Let them come and join us too. Just one Shabbos and we'll all be free. Just one Shabbos, come and join with me. Let's sing and dance to the sky. We got spirits so high. We will show them all it's true. Let them come and join us too. Let's sing and dance till the sky. With our spirits so high, we will show them all it's true. Let them come and join us too.
just one Shabbos and we'll all be free. Just one Shabbos, come and join with me. We'll sing and dance to the sky. With our spirits so high, we will show them all it's true. Let them come and join us too.
I have some good news to tell you. Mashiach's on his way. We can't wait any longer. He's coming any day. Hold on just a little bit longer, 'cause every word he promised will be. Just hold on and you'll see. I have some good news to tell you. Mashiach's on his way. We can't wait any longer. He's coming any day. Hold on just a little bit longer, 'cause every word he promised will be. Just hold on and you'll see. Many happy days are coming now. Please listen to me. We'll be singing, dancing, laughing, everybody. You wait, say, miracles, amazing wonders like no one's ever seen before. Finally, the magic moment we've both been waiting for.
Many happy days are coming now.
Please listen to me. We'll be singing, dancing, laughing, sing, everybody dance your way, sing. Hey, miracles, amazing wonders, like no one's ever seen before. Yes, finally the magic moment we have all been waiting for. How about a great hand for the band? Yitzi Schwartz, all the way from New York. We'll be back.
My father always taught me that Hashem gives each of us unique gifts and a purpose in this world. To be able to have that impact on the life of a child was truly a gift that I couldn't squander. And I realized this was why Hashem put me on this earth.
Knowing that every single person, every single child, every single neshama that comes into this world is a shliach of Hashem. And knowing that the Eibusher gave you the schus, literally the schus, to be a part of that is just a very humbling and very unbelievable experience.
I'm inspired to be a teacher because I have care for and concern for each student. As I've studied in yeshiva, I realized that Jewish people are a continuing nation that perpetuates and that teaches and educates and brings into the future new generations. I wanted to be a part of that.
Every single human being has their own personal language. My first job, first and foremost, to make a real love connection, to make the real connection, is learning their language, learning their unique language, and having them learn mine. And once we have that connection, then we're able to guide in the right path, in the right way.
When you look at this child, you look at him and you ask, what can you do to make him a better person? What can you do for him to realize the potential for which Hashem gave him his neshama, put him here in this world, and to look at him as an individual, you'll always find the good and you'll always find some way to be successful with that child.
You need to believe in them 100%, and you need to convey that to the child. Because if they see that you believe they can do it, they'll believe they can do it. And then nothing can get in their way.
Shlomo HaMelech says, "Chanoch lenar al pi darko." We have to educate children according to their way.
I one time had a student that writing for him was very difficult, very hard, and he always felt less than, always felt that he's never going to get good grades. So I always found an opportunity for him to be able to take tests in a different format, and he always came over to me afterwards. He's very grateful, very thankful to know that not everyone has to fit into one box, and that's not one size fits all, but each individual on their own is able to be judged and be looked at their own individual level.
One of the wonderful things about Cheder Menachem is that the entire team is just that. We're a team. It's not general studies versus Judaic studies, office staff versus teachers. We're one family with one goal.
I feel that there's a care, that people care and people are making themselves accessible to talk, whether it's in school, during a break, whether it's after school, in the evenings.
Every single one of my colleagues, this team is a team of all-stars. They are so amazing, and they're so, the camaraderie, the achdus over here, the having each other's back, just helping each other is just an unbelievable family feeling with everyone sharing the same goals.
Cheder is really a family, it's a community. Walking around the neighborhood on Shabbos, always seeing other students from other grades, my own students, parents, and always saying good Shabbos to each other, hello to each other. There's this cohesiveness, there's this oneness that we have as a community all together.
I knew from the start that this is my life mission, to be a teacher, to be a mechanech.
Teaching is my life mission. Teaching is a passion. Teaching is something that I have in me.
I'm able to make a difference in ways that I never even imagined. And I can't imagine doing anything else.
Wow, 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 wow. This is something. This is teachers who take it to the next level. Incredible. What I'm really finding out about the Cheder and Chayamushka is that really it's institutions that are built on 4 pillars. You have the administration, you have the board, you have the families, the children, the parents, and then comes the incredible rebbes and teachers of both institutions. It is my great pleasure and honor to invite up to the stage today 2 of those incredible teachers of Cheder Menachem, Rabbi Mendel Myers and Rabbi Zalmi Hecht. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome. I tried teaching for 1 week, and I quit. I couldn't. So, kol hakavod. But I really want to know, was this always a passion of yours, that you wanted to go into teaching? So how about we start with you, Rabbi Myers. Tell us about your influence and why you went into teaching.
Thank you, Abba. Teaching is my vision to raise youth, to build their self-worth, to help them become their very best. Every child has incredible, incredible potential. And coming here in Cheder Menachem, being given the setting to help each and every child nurture and flourish through the lens of Torah and Chassidishkeit is the greatest pleasure that I have in my life.
Thank you. Rabbi Hecht, you want to...
Sure. Being a Rebbe in Cheder Menachem is an incredible experience. It really is. You know, California, everybody talks about renewable energy. And
Yes.
This is a place where I feel like the more that I put out, the more that I keep on getting back. And you get it from your students. You see it from their smile. You see how they're learning. You see how they're growing. You see their neshama. They become alive. And every day, every moment, it's just another bracha to be able to be part of it.
This is incredible. I mean, so what I'm seeing is really that both of you really had this passion to go into teaching, and it keeps you going because it's easy to get burnt out, and we see all these burnouts throughout the United States of America.
Not in Cheder Menachem.
Not in Cheder Menachem, not Chaya Beis Mushka. So I just want to say also that I understand that both of your wives also work in Chinuch, right, in Beis Chaya Mushka. So thank you so much for 2 families that are dedicated to our children. Please give them a big round of applause. Both for the guys and for the ladies that work at Beis Chaya Mushka. Rabbi Myers, people keep saying this over and over again. I keep hearing it, that the Malamdim, the Rebbes, and the teachers are different. They're unique. Tell me a little bit, why do you think that your colleagues and you and him too, why are you unique? What makes you different and stand out from the rest?
I told Rabbi Greenbaum, I teach in Cheder Menachem for 2 reasons. Number 1, the students, and number 2, the teacher's room. I'm not talking about the coffee and the refreshments.
Which is good too, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm talking about the friendliness. You walk into the teacher's room, and either you get a smile or you give a smile, and there's somebody there to receive it. If you need to breathe a little bit, there's somebody there to breathe along with you. Nobody in Cheder Menachem that's been teaching here for doesn't matter how many years, nobody is too senior and too advanced to talk to a new teacher, to talk to a younger teacher. And that to me is a family. That to me is one cohesive unit. That gets us through every single day.
Incredible. Incredible. Every school, every yeshiva has a philosophy. I mean, Baruch Hashem, we are under the Rebbe's bracha. There's many schools around the world under the Rebbe's bracha. 5,000 Chabad institutions. But each one of them has a uniqueness. Cheder Menachem has a schus that not only does it have the Rebbe's brachas, it's named for the Rebbe. And same is true for Beis Chaya Mushka, named for the Rebbetzin. I'd like to ask you, Rabbi Hecht, in your opinion, what would be the philosophy of with Cheder Menachem?
So first of all, when I have a new boy coming in for an Arayin finish, a lot of times I'll say to them, do you know where you are? So they'll say, they're in Cheder. I said, do you know who's Cheder? And then I remind them, this is the Rebbe's Cheder. So it's a beautiful experience. Some schools, they excel in academics. Some schools are schools that they really focus on the emotional and the well-being and the heart of the student. And some schools, it's the neshama. And I feel like Cheder Menachem is all of them. We focus on all of those areas, and we excel in all of those areas, and we try our best to reach each student, to reach him, to challenge him to grow academically, to help him as a person, to look at him, and also to inspire his neshama. That's what we are set out to do, and that's what I see between all my colleagues and all my friends and all the rabbis here at Cheder.
We can't thank you enough. I mean, I could sit here all day listening to these stories, and I have a million other questions, but the show must go on, as they say here in Hollywood. Thank you, guys. Please give them a big round of applause. They represent the best of the best. But now, I want to bring back my dear friend, the banker, the one and only Moshe, to give us an update. How are the numbers looking, Moshe?
Okay, before the numbers, there's a guy in the back. I'm not scared of too many people. David Weinbaum, I don't want to get on his bad side. David flew out all the way from New York.
Which one is he?
He's the scary guy.
Oh, that guy there? Oh, okay.
By the way, give it up for David Weinbaum producing this event. Came all the way from New York. Amazing. But David gave me strict orders. We got to keep the show running. So there's a lot of people to thank, a lot of names. I'm going to run through them quickly, but it doesn't mean that we don't appreciate it. It just means we value your time. So huge
sending money. Keep sending money.
Keep sending money. We're at 16,221,000 with almost, let's get the number in the next few minutes to 1,500 donors. Let's get those numbers. No donation is too small. Let's make it happen. A huge shout out to the alumni team of Cheder Menachem for the dollar amount that they brought in very quickly. Over $50,000 brought in from Shneir Shemtev, Zalman Dubinsky, Chinuch Bistritsky, Menachem Shmukler, Yoina Shifrin, Shmuel Lisbon, Nissi Naparstik, Yosef Rice, Isaac Rosenfeld, Abel Reichik, Chaim Lisbon, Moshe Yordana Lipsker, Menachem Mentz, and Eli Marcus. Thank you to all of you. Huge shout out. Over 20 years of service to this fantastic institution. Hodi Lipsker, thank you so much. A thank you to Dov and Yudi Blauner for sponsoring the prizes for the daily raffle. And Yudi is, of course, the most dedicated director, the principal of the general studies here. Thank you for all of your hard work and dedication.
How long?
A big thank you to the director of development, always with a smile, Rabbi Sroli Hecht. Thank you to Moshe Blach from Meshuggah for Sushi for sponsoring the sushi for tonight's event. Delicious. A special thank you to Rabbi Dober Scheiten for going above and beyond. Now, there are donations that have come in tonight. These are fresh donations that came in. Shmuel and Sharon Goodman for $50,000. Friends of Cheder Menachem and Beis Chaim Mushka for an additional $150,000. Fischel and Nesha Grossman, $5,400. Rabbi Frankel, a dedicated Rebbe here for many years, a beloved Rebbe in Cheder Menachem, $5,400. Zalmi and Mike and Malki Klein, $36,000. Thank you so much. Yosef Yitzchak and Chani Teitelbaum are donating $10,000 for Reb Laser's library, L'Schus, Reb Eliezer Ben Harava Chassid Reb Michal Teitelbaum. The Arnold family, which has already donated $18,000, is tonight giving an additional $25,000, making it a total of $43,000 in memory of a beloved Mora who taught thousands of us, in memory of Mora Chana. Anonymous is giving $25,000, Schneier and Tzipi Schneerson for $1,800. And that's what I got for now. Thank God.
Now,
David, we're good.
Come on.
Don't shoot. Hands up.
Keep those numbers coming, please. We got to get to that 18 million. We're so very close. And we're talking to you out there in the world of, where are they watching?
Cyberspace.
Everywhere.
From all over the world.
All over the world. Anyways,
if you're enjoying the music, you're enjoying.
I want to tell you something.
Yeah.
We have a treat tonight. Doesn't happen very often that two legends share the stage.
Oh, me and you?
That's it. You hit it on the first. So get your mic. What song you want to start now? We have two legends that are here, and without further ado, they don't need any introduction. We're going to introduce them anyways. Please welcome back on stage Avraham Fried and Mordechai Ben David.
Moide ani lefonecho Melech chai v'kayom Melech chai v'kayom Melech chai v'kayom Moide ani lefonecho Melech chai v'kayom Melech chai v'kayom She'echez al topi nishmasi Lechem lo rabo 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 Emuno secho She'echez al topi nishmasi Lechem lo rabo rabo Emuno secho She'echez al topi nishmasi Lechem lo rabo rabo Emuno secho, 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 One of Mordechai's classics coming up. I'm sure you all know this song. Great advice.
אל תסעיש מהשם תבקש כי אפילו חרב חדור ונחס על צווארו של אדום אל ימנע עצמו מן הרחמים אל תסעיש מהשם תבקש השם אלוקי רפואה לכל מחויבי רפואי ושיעי רפואי אני השם אלוקי השם מלא רחמים רחם עלי וקבל תחנונוי אל באף תוכיחני ואל בחמוס ותיאסרני פניני השם כי יומללוני פניני השם כי נבהלו עצמוי נהמשי נבהלו אוי ואתו השם עד מוסדות אל תסעיש מהשם תבקש כי אפילו חרב חדור נחס על צווארו של אדום אל ימנע עצמו מן הרחמים אל תסעיש מהשם תבקש רפואי השם אלוקי לך רפואה לכל מחויבי רפואי ושיעי רפואי אני השם אלוקי
נסעתי את חברון כי רוח אחרת הייתה עמו כי לגולי נסעתי את חברון כי רוח אחרת הייתה עמו
חברון שלי
עם שלי
חברון שעם יהודי חברון עיר הקודש ניתנה לים הקדוש מייס הקודש ברוך הוא חברון שלי
עם שלי
חברון של עם יהודי חברון עיר הקודש ניתנה לים הקדוש מייס הקודש ברוך הוא. Here we go. Everyone's song, no?
Baby, go ahead, live in name is all. Hasteyos, man, boy, Hebron me'az, uletami. Hebron me'az, uletami. Hebron שלנו, בזכות זכות אבותינו, אשר נשבע לאבותינו, אברהם, יצחק ויעקב. מאז ולתמיד חברון מאז ולתמיד חברון שלנו בזכות זכות אבותינו אשר נשבע לאבותינו אברהם
Yitzchak ve'Yaakov. All the staff members of Cheder Menachem.
Ganz Klal Yisrael.
Ganz Klal Yisrael. Chazak, chazak, v'nis chazek. Don't let nothing get in your way.
Chazok, chazok.
Uleochiv yoy mar chazak. Ay, 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 shir beyachad.
Oy, 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 chazak. Oy, 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 no shir beyachad. Oy,
Ay, 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 chazak. Chazak, chazak. Then he's chazak, be strong, be strong.
oh yeah.
Chazak, chazak. Then he's chazak, be strong, be strong. Oh yeah, happy as goyel. La 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 la. Chazak. Oh yeah, happy as goyel. La 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 la. Chazak, chazak, chazak. Then he's chazak, 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 chazak. Chazak, chazak. Then he's chazak, chazak, chazak. Oh yeah, happy as goyel. La 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 la. Chazak. Oh yeah, happy as goyel. La 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 la. Chazak. Goya, Goya. We'll see you soon. Enjoy the dinner.
I would describe Cheder as a place where chanech lanar al pi darkei, meaning that they really give every individual the space, the time, and the place and the keiches to grow to his potential.
It's a place where every student really matters.
If I had to describe the Cheder in one word, I would say it's accepting.
I would say that it's a chassidische Cheder and gave us a kach in the Rebbe's and Yanim.
I do remember one time where there was a certain boy in my class who was going through a hard time. The Girsa principal, Rabbi Volovik, came over to me, called me into his office. He, asked that me and another boy should, look after this boy, try to, be friendly with him, learn with him, play with him. And I remember really feeling then how much he, believed in me, in my abilities, not only to succeed for myself, but actually to be there for somebody else and help someone else.
I could say Cheder was really a time where they gave me the place to grow to my personal potential. I remember following Rabbi Greenbaum around the school getting tested, going into his office, even though it was during class time. That was what I needed for my growth at that time. And Cheder gave me the space to be able to do that.
The Mishna UP program was really something special. It was, I've never seen anything like it. You take a kid who's in second grade and third grade who thinks, what could I do already? I could just maybe read a Chumash or Rashi, and it shows the kid how much potential he has.
Throughout all the years of Cheder, starting from first grade, was Mishna UP. I think what really affected me was that it made me reach goals more than I ever thought I'd be able to get to, which I believe later on in life gave me the ability to reach goals in yeshiva that I never thought I was capable of reaching.
Over my years in Cheder, I learned Mishna UP each year, adding on to what I did from the year before, till in 8th grade when I learned Shisha Sidrei Mishna.
The Cheder made it very motivating and enjoyable by the point system and getting Svarim at the end, and it was a very big chayas in that.
I remember as kids we were definitely very proud of the fact that we were all excited for the Chassidishkeit and the Yerushalayim, and that really set the precedent for life, that's what your whole day should be.
Definitely felt that in Cheder, they didn't only give us the information that we were learning then, rather they gave us the tools to be able to learn on our own, to learn how to learn by ourselves, so that when moving on to Sifta and Zal, we were able to grow on those tools and be able to learn deeper and broader.
There's no question about it that Cheder is one of the most instrumental and important parts of your life. Before you want to go to Mesifta or Zal and start learning on a high level, you can't start without the basics. Try to build a building without the foundations, it's just going to collapse. Cheder wasn't just a place we went to learn. Cheder was a place that made us the people that we are.
I'm teaching in Cheder, and I'm also the father of Yossi Belovik, and I've watched these kids, Rabbi Greenbaum, Menachem Farkash, Shneur Shapiro, they're not kids, they're rabbis now, Baruch Hashem. They finished Mishna UP, the whole Mishna before they left Cheder. Then they went on to learn Shas. The three of them, I believe, finished Shas before even they got married, perhaps even more than once, at least one of them that I know. I saw it happening as a direct result of the Mishna UP that they were doing in Cheder.
You should all be Zoiche. Yeah. Just like you know, your Mishnah is about you should be Zoiche to learn Gan Shas and all about and you Tamid Chacham. Amen. The Imam is not the Sluach, but we're going to study for Kal Yisrael. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, the director of Tzivos Hashem, the one and only, the man with 1,000,000 koiches, Rabbi Sholem Heidensfeld. Take it away, Sholem.
Thank you, Rabbi Perlmutter.
My pleasure.
Good evening. One of the exciting extracurricular programs here in Cheder Menachem is Mishnayos Baal Peh. When I meet former students, their first question is, how's Mishnayos Baal Peh? How many golds? How many crowns? This program encourages young minds to commit to memory and to their hearts the words of our Holy Torah. In the Hayom Yom of last week, the Rebbe quotes the Frierdiker Rebbe about the importance of learning Mishnayos by heart and the great effect this has on the person himself, on the world around him, and the great nachas it brings to Hashem. When a person learns something from a book, he and the Torah's words could be somewhat distant. By contrast, when he learns something by heart, as the Alter Rebbe explains, the Torah becomes part of him. Though called Mishnayos Baal Peh, the program includes learning Tanya, the basic work of Chabad Chassidus, fundamental items of general Jewish knowledge, as well as parts of davening from the Siddur. This program involves all the students, each according to his abilities, from those who learn a few lines, a few Mishnas, to those who can learn complete Prakim and Masechtas. Another beautiful aspect is the involvement of the older boys of Cheder, who give of their time to help with testing and encouraging the younger boys. This year, we also harness the use of technology to assist in recording the achievements of our wonderful Talmidim. At the end of the program, students are awarded with prizes in the form of Sfarim and Torah books. And everyone's invited back next week for that award ceremony. Tonight, we would like to call upon 4 amazing students who have used their time and talents and achieved great accomplishments in their learning. Avraham Heidensfeld, who has learned 9 Masechtas of Seder Mayed by heart, as well as 7 Prakim of Tanya, and is now embarking on the 24th chapter, Masechta Shabbos. He will be receiving the set of Torah Anthology, the Baal Turim al Chumash, as well as the set of the Frierdiker Rebbe's Igros Kodesh. Yitzi Heidensfeld, who has learned the entire Seder Zroim, Seder Mayed, and Seder Nezikin, he will be receiving the 77-volume set of Cheder Menachem, the Rebbe's Farbrengens from the beginning of his leadership. And 2 boys who are part of the Yud-based Prakim Club here at Cheder have learned by heart the first 12 chapters of Tanya, as well as other Prakim and Masechtas. Please join me as we award Arya Leib Kramer, who will be receiving a set of Likutei Sichos, and Menachem Mendel Zait, who will be receiving a set of Shas. Now, boys, we'd like to ask you a few questions. Arya Leib, we have here Kenai Nahara, many Yidden who are gathered together. Can you tell me if the Alter Rebbe in Tanya says something about this?
Yes. In Parak Vav and Parak Yud Aleph of Tanya, he says, Akal Bar Yasar Shkin Tashaya, that when 10 Jews sit together, the Shekhinah rests among them.
Shekayach. Tonight we have many times 10, tens and tens of Yidden. Yitzi, is there a reference in the Mishnah to more than 10?
It says in Brachis Parak Zayin Mishna Gimel that Rabbi Yosegli says, Lefi Reif Akol Hein Mevarchim Shinam Maklis Mevarchish Likim Hashem Kar Yisrael, that the more people there are, the more blessing there is.
Shekayach. The assembled here have gathered to share what they have for building a new cheder, for the support of Torah learning and education, like building the Beis HaMikdash. Avraham, can you tell us what the Mishnah says about this?
Yes. In Maseches Yuma, Parak Gimel Mishnah Yud, it says about different people who donated items to the Beis HaMikdash, and about them it says, Zecher Tzaddik Avracha, that the name of a tzaddik is blessed.
Shekayach. Mendel, you have also been part of the Chidon the last 4 years. Can you please tell us where in the first 12 prakim of Tanya the Alter Rebbe references the Rambam?
Yes, first in Parak Beis, then in Parak Daled, and then last time in Parak Ches.
Yashakayach to you all, and as the Rebbe writes, may we merit through learning Mishnayos Baal Peh to greet Mashiach. We are taught Tachlis Chachma Teshuva U'Maisim Tovim, that the purpose of learning is to have good actions. It is my honor to call upon our elementary school principal, Rabbi David HaKohen Blasberg, to present the Midas Tovos Awards.
The Cheder Yard where you all are sitting is our biggest classroom. Our classroom for Avas Yisrael. We put much effort into helping our Talmidim develop the social and emotional skills. We have 4 classes teaching the social emotional curriculum developed by the Menachem Education Foundation, overseen by Rabbi Mendel Myers, our very own social emotional learning director. In the 4th grade, Rabbi Frankel and Rabbi Woloshansky embarked on a mission this year to help our Talmidim uncover the power of positive communication and the building blocks for friendships. The Yesodei HaLashon curriculum that they are teaching teaches many proper social skills, such as greeting others, giving compliments, choice of words, empathy, helping others, appreciating differences, and much more. We have seen this help our Talmidim take significant steps towards mastering the art of proper communication, thereby building and mastering friendships and relationships with others. It is my privilege to call up Sruli Lisbon and Effie Khan. These 2 Talmidim have taken these lessons to the next level and are transforming Cheder with their Midas Tovos. I am honored to award them with the Midas Tovos Award. Mazel Tov Talmidim.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Cheder Boys Choir, led by Reb Michael Klein.
Ki
People ask me, where's the pushka? You forgot the pushka? Ta-da. Never forget the pushka. So we're here tonight to support Torah learning. So let's learn a shtickle of Gemara together, okay? Say hi to Yitzi on the keyboard, the maestro this evening. Reb Yitzi. A friend of mine told me, we say Chevlei Moshiach. When we think of Chevlei Moshiach, we think about something very painful, birth pangs, tsar. Someone said that Chevlei comes from the word Chaval. before Mashiach comes, we'll all do tshuva. And this is kind of the form of tshuva. We're going to say, "Oy, chaval, I didn't do enough of that. Chaval, I could have given tzedakah here. I could have done that. Could have supported Cheder Menachem. Chaval." So let's not have chaval this evening. Give with an open heart and help build Torah here in Los Angeles. Zok de Gemara, Tanya, Omar Rabbi Shmuel, Ben Elisha, Hab mir gelitten, hat gesagt der Eiliker, Rabbi Shmuel, Ben Elisha. Pamachos נכנסתי להקטיר להקטיר כתבוידס לפני ולפנים ורואי שיח כסירי קהיל או השם ציבורו קויס שהוא יבוא יישב יסי רום וניסו Maybe you Marley Shmuel Ni Shmuel Give me a bracha, Maybe you Marley Shmuel, oy, mein Kind beni, Shmuel beni. Know the end of the story? Thank you. So about a year ago, I think a song came, a year ago? When did Mame come out? Less than a year. I recorded a song called Mame Mame, about Rachel, Mame Rachel. Anybody know the song? Not that Mame, a different Mame. Same Mame, huh? I want to teach you the chorus then, okay? I'll teach you the chorus, very simple. You'll get it in one go, because it's very simple. But it's a very powerful song. Koil beramo nishma. I would tefillah to Mame Rochel. Wie can a Mame weinen? How much can a Mame cry? And of course, v'shavu vonim ligevulam, as we await the Geula, to go back home with the Ovois and the Imois, and ganz klal Yisrael. So the chorus goes like this. Are you ready? Mame, 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 cry for us. One more line. Mame, 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 wait for us. Okay, let's try that. Ready? Mame, 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 cry for us. Wait for us. Mame, mame, wait for us. Okay, one more time, real strong, okay? Real strong. Ready? Mame. Anybody singing? Mame, wait for us. Very good. Okay, so when we come to that part of the song, get ready. What, are you ready? You look like you're ready. Okay, here we go. Koil beramo nishma.
rochei evako aboneyo mame 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 wait storm the heavens with your tears shavu v'shavu evonim ligulam mame 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 cry for us mame 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 wait for us wait for us storm the heavens with your tears shavu v'shavu evonim ligulam
Koil, 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 berama, berama, Mishna, Rachel nevaka, nevaka albanera.
Boy, coil, 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 beramo, beramo, beramo nishmo, beramo, bevako, 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 alboneo. Mame, 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 cry for us. Mame, cry for us. Mame, 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 wait for us. Wait for us. Storm the heavens with your tears. Vishavu, vishavu, evonim ligvulawa. Oh, mame, 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 cry for us. Oy vey, mame, 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 wait for us. Storm the heavens with your tears. Shavu v'shavu evonim ligvulom. Shavu vanim ligvulom. One time. We mame, mame, mame. Mame, 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 wait for us. Storm the heavens with your tears. Vishavu, vishavu, evonim ligvulam. Oh, mame, 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 cry for us. Oh, mame, 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 wait for us.
Mommy, mommy.
My impression when I first saw Cheder Menachem, I felt devotion. I felt like these are people that really care for our children, care for the chinuch of our children.
As soon as we walked in there, the positive vibe, the warmth, and like the authentic Judaism that was coming through was very obvious in the classroom. And we decided that we're going to send our boys there.
There was such an interest in the individuality of our boys, in getting to know them for who they are, not just their skills.
Whenever there's something like, oh, we have to sacrifice one thing for another, like, yeah, you'll get the Hasidic atmosphere, but you won't get the curriculum.
When Yudi Blauner came in, we got the whole school. The Torah studies curriculum remained very high, and the general studies curriculum was something we could be proud of as well. She raised the level of the general studies curriculum to something we could be proud of.
The teachers of Cheder Menachem are top-notch.
Always been attentive to our children, always available to answer calls when we need them.
One of the many things I love about Cheder is the excitement. These long Shabbosim during the summer. So my kids, what we try and do is we get together just before Mincha, and we have some sort of like Mesiba Shabbos at home. My sons introduce nigunim. They're like, guys, I want to teach you a nigun that we learned in school. And every week is another nigun, and it's beautiful.
Cheder Menachem instills in our children a lot more than just the studies that they learn. Derech Eretz Kadma LaTorah. Our children come home from Cheder. First of all, they learn through their Tzivas Hashem missions. They're constantly want to do mitzvayim. They want to help me give out matzah, put on tefillin on people. They come to shul. They know they're a role model.
When they come home from Cheder, I see that what they learn in Cheder really translates at home many times. And with their siblings, with helping at home. Sending our boys to Cheder Menachem is really like a whole family inclusive experience. Our boys are able to give over Parsha with great eye contact, to make it relevant. They're not just parroting something that they've learned, but the teachers help them to give over what they've learned in a really effective, communicative, and expressive way, really engaged when our boys are giving over the Parsha.
Coming home and giving a Dvar Torah at the Shabbos table is something that I really, really enjoy, and they love doing it, and it's a very, very beautiful thing that the Cheder provides and gives us a lot of nachas.
The Cheder makes learning fun, not only at school, but also at home. The fact that they have Mishna Baal Peh contests, which is something that they look at their points, and every week they want to grow and they want to do more.
Even beyond the homework, they're actually opening up a sefer and they're learning on their own. It's the excitement they get from Cheder Menachem that they bring into the house, and the house is imbued with a Yom Tov atmosphere because of what they've learned in Cheder Menachem.
I feel like there's this warmth, there's this excitement about their Judaism.
One of the most foundational and important things that Cheder Menachem installs in every kid is a deep sense of Jewish identity and Jewish pride. You can take that with you forever, your entire life. That no matter where you go, you're proud to be a Jew.
Thank you so much, Cheder Menachem, to the teachers, to the staff, to the leadership for instilling so much love and care and devotion towards our children and ensuring that the Jewish future is bright. Cheder Menachem is making sure of that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage a dear friend of mine, Rabbi Cheskel Rayburn, who is both a parent and a board member of Cheder Menachem and Beis Chayemushka.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Okay. Yecheskel, as a parent, maybe the most important decision, or certainly one of the top 3 decisions a parent has to make in their lives, is the school that they choose for their children. We know as a child, a young child that goes to school, and these days they're going younger and younger. You know, even preschool, toddlers are going in. A school could make it or break it for a child. You get good friends, good teachers, a good atmosphere. The child thrives and grows and is strong. Both begashmis and beruchni is, if God forbid the other way, you know what? A child could be impaired, forever. We know how much effort the Rebbe put into chinuch. We know the chinuch for the world and all of the outreach programs, but even for our own children, the Rebbe put so much effort into chinuch. So I'd like to ask you to start off, because it's just me and you. We lost our third partner, so it's me and you against the world right now. I don't want you to be nervous. There's only about 2-3 million people watching this, but don't worry. Don't worry. Why did you choose Beis Chaya Mushke and Cheder Menachem? Go ahead.
Well, Baruch Hashem, we've been blessed to have 3 to 4 children in the school every year for the past decade. So Cheder Menachem specifically, also Beis Chaya Mushke, have been pretty much our entire life, between carpools and, getting them off to school, parent-teacher conferences, and, the occasional behavior phone calls, stressed out Rebbes. It is the center of our life. So as a parent, what I found is that the children are given an atmosphere of warmth. Rabbi Hecht put it well, it's a renewable energy. Everyone's really, really passionate and excited, from administration to teachers, and you feel it in the hallways. You feel the energy, and we're very blessed.
It's incredible. 3-4 children every year for the past decade, so you've basically put in a small fortune into the school. You could have probably bought a house like on Highland.
Two or three.
Two or three. Incredible. That's incredible. I want to get to the board and ask you about why you got involved in the board, but can you think of one example, one memory you have of your children that really sticks out, that she came home, he came home, was a Shabbos, a story they told, and you just said, you know what, it's worth it. Whatever I put in there, it's worth it. I know you're going to pick from thousands.
This wasn't on the script.
Well, that's why they picked you. They told me you're good on the fly.
Right. Actually, I have a lot of memories. I really, we were very involved in Mishna Baal Peh for many years. And what Rabbi Heidingsfeld and Rabbi Greenbaum did for the kids to motivate them and get them going was incredible. I've had kids who've learned entire Seder Mishna Baal Peh. So that was very important. I know just last year, Rabbi Blasberg, recently became principal of the elementary school, was my parents' my fourth grade son teacher, and he literally developed a method to motivate an entire class of students in the afternoon to learn entire Maseches Megillah, Baal Peh, with English translation, that I think even now they can look it over and bring it back. So we have a lot of really good memories.
Thank God. Thank God. Now, let's get down to the board. You have the kids in school, pay your tuition, are very happy. Then all of a sudden you decide, it's not enough for me. I need to throw myself into the board. And I understand after what the board here does for both of these schools is an incredible amount of effort are put in by just balabatim lay people. What prompted this? You had nothing to do, you don't have no hobbies?
So in addition to the point before that I have 3 or 4 kids every year in the school for the past decade, which probably would have been enough of a reason, I can probably pinpoint it to about 10 or 12 years ago. There was a Kohl's marketing campaign where essentially they motivated up to 4 schools, whoever got the most signatures,
yes,
they would get a $500,000 grant.
Correct.
And I remember seeing Yossi Lipsker and Rocky IV day in and day out for weeks on the streets. I'm talking Hollywood Boulevard in front of restaurants, literally begging for signatures. And I remember during the conversation, there were like no gimmicks, no fake signatures. It had to be real. And I personally was just blown away by that. And to this day, with Yossi Lipsker and Rabbi Greenbaum, we talk until wee hours of the night, and then it goes back 5:30 in the morning, continues. So the dedication that you see from all the staff is just incredible. So it's an opportunity for me to give back, and I'm very grateful. So
listen, let me say it for myself and for everybody here. from the children to the teachers to Rabbi Greenbaum and everyone, thank you. Thank you so much for your effort into the school, what you put into the school, how you promote the school, how you value the school. Hashem and the Rebbe should just continue to pour his brachas on you and your family. Give a big shout out, please, from Yecheskel Rayburn. So ladies and gentlemen, let's bring back the banker, the man with all of the numbers, my dear friend, the man who grew 2 inches this evening, Maishi. Where are we holding?
We're holding. We are doing very, very well. Can we get the numbers up on the screen for a moment, please? All right. We hit over 1,500 donors. We're at $16.5 million. We're at 91% from our goal. That is phenomenal.
But we still need...
but before we do that, there's a few people that we got to thank, because look at this courtyard. Look at this playground. It has been transformed into a regal palace of fun, excitement, music, and magic. But the truth is, this happens every single day when our kids are playing here because they are happy to be at school. But this tonight did not happen on its own, and there are many, many people to thank, and I'm going to go through these names quickly. But again, every one of you are valued. Again, David Weinbaum, the incredible producer, our very own local productions done by Yossi Burston and YP Productions.
Hey!
What a mensch, what a mensch. Such a nice guy with a smile and gets everything done. The unflappable Schneider Najjar from New York. Again, program director David Weinbaum. Production manager Gadol Stern. Host Abba Perlmutter, Moshe Greenwald. How do you like that?
Hey!
Our choir, Zemiris Choir. Let's hear it for our choir. Fantastic. The music, the A-Team Band, and Yitzi Schwartz. Video director, 321 Motion, Shammai Chain. Set design, Yossi Burston. Lighting, Elad Zahavi and AVL Production. Filming and broadcasting by Vigan Kachichen and VSP. Stage manager, Rabbi Meir Green and his son Ari Green. Fantastic. And being helped by Yudi Vogel, Shalom Cohen, and Shalom Kugel. VJ Multimedia and Ticker, Chaim Vaknin and Shmulek Ben Harush. A visual line of Tali Tal Charlap. Sound, one of the best in the world, Eli Lashinsky, fantastic from New York, wow. Catering, what a mensch. David Leader, the food is phenomenal. Thank you, David, as always, fantastic. And again, we gave a shout out before, but again, Maishi Blach from Meshuggah for Sushi, Decor Yossi Burston, and Simcha Pe'er, Steve, what a job. Photographers and media, Levi Persia, BH Studios, the choir, Michael Klein, and Aaron Niyazov. And finally, thank you to the platform that made this all happen. You ever heard of this guy, Shlomi Greenwald, my brother?
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. What a guy, CEO and his team. Fantastic. Levi Sudak, Zevi Kugel, Yochi Karmai, Chani Reichik, and Mirla Greenwald, Malki Lu. Thank you so, so much.
I want to know, anybody here in the crowd not thanked?
There's still people. There's still
people not thanked.
We have time. But here's the deal. We're here to raise money.
Come on.
And we got some big donations that came in the last hour. So here, I'm going to read them off. Rabbi Sai, we'll read them off, and then I got a message for everybody here.
Come on.
Semach and Devori Rosenfeld and family, $100,000. Thank you so much. We miss you out here in California. My daughter, Toby Greenwald, who's celebrating her bas mitzvah this week, took $118 of her bas mitzvah money and donating it to the school. Thank you, Toby. $25,000. Le'iloi Nishmas Harav Achasid, Harav Yaakov Ben, Harav Shmuel Yosef Olav Shalom Greenbaum. $77,000 donated by Nuchi and Chavi Shapiro in memory of his father, Rabbi Levi Yitzchak Shapiro.
Yeah.
He was a beloved educator who instilled his Talmidim with a varmkeit for Torah and Yiddishkeit and perpetuated the study of Mishnayos Baal Peh.
Absolutely.
Which Rabbi Greenbaum learned as a child and brought that here. And it's in his memory that we have this here tonight.
Thank you.
$2,000, Tzvi and Leva Grossman. Thank you. A big thank you to Rabbi Dov Newman for all that he does. The Rifkin kids, $1,800. Maishi Block, $5,400. Donation from Australia, Joseph Hecht. Yitzi Weiss, $3,600. Aaron Richler, $3,600. Thank you. Before we go on, 1 second, there's a message that I have to give everybody here. Come on. And I'm going to talk to the crowd openly, honestly, from the heart. There's a tale of two cities here. There's many people, if not most of the crowd here, worked tirelessly. Everybody worked tirelessly to make tonight a reality. the money that you donated, but so many of you, so many of us, we went behind our comfort levels to give, not only to give, but to ask others to give. We know, the board knows, the school knows how difficult it is to be in the city. Our tuition is one of the highest in the country, and the price of living here is not easy. It isn't. And we see you, we notice you, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for going above and beyond to make tonight a reality. You pushed, we see you, and we thank you with all that we have. And then there's another group. One more second. I know that they're pushing. One more group. You know, the city of two cities, there's LA. You know what LA means? LA is, there's some people that it's very chilled, LA, right? And they think Hollywood. It's Hollywood. Chilled, it's nice, and things will just happen. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. You know, satisfied with the status quo. And we can't be satisfied with the status quo. Rabbi say sometimes we have the attitude of, you know, we're small time, we're a small city. My friends, we are not Baltimore. We are not Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. We're not Arizona. We are Los Angeles. We are the second largest Jewish city in the world outside of Israel. Okay? Now that means that many of us have been given the bracha. I very much believe that in the last few years, there has been many of Anash that have been blessed with tremendous, tremendous wealth that our fathers, when you went on shlichus, you would dream to have friends like I have.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
My friends, it's time to put on our big boy pants. We're doing so tonight. We're heading for $18 million. Those of you who could do more, I promise you, the brachas will open up in your life, in every single aspect of your life. Give generously, encourage others to give, because we're doing it for our very best investment that we can, for our treasure, which is our children, our future. Thank you.
We are close, Maishi. We're close, 92%. We're not there yet, but the night is coming along really nice.
Oh, we're not having.
Are you having a good time, ladies and gentlemen? You're having a good time, so let's welcome back on stage none other than a man that is often imitated but never duplicated, none other than Mordechai Ben David.
Samchem bevinya shole. Samchem bevinya shole. Samchem bevinya shole. Ay Samchem bevinya shole. Samchem bevinya shole.
Lo yitosh Hashem amoy v'nachalosoy lo yazoy. Lo yitosh Hashem, lo yitosh Hashem amoy. Lo yitosh Hashem amoy v'nachalosoy lo yazoy.
Hashem Hoshia, Amelech Yaneinu. Hashem Hoshia, Amelech Yaneinu. Amelech Yaneinu, b'yoy koreinu. Hashem Hoshia, Amelech Yaneinu. Hashem Hoshia, Amelech Yaneinu. Amelech Yaneinu, b'yoy koreinu.
Lo yitosh Hashem, lo yitosh Hashem amoy. Hashem amoy v'nachalosoy lo yazoy. Lo yitosh Hashem, lo yitosh Hashem amoy. Lo yitosh Hashem amoy v'nachalosoy lo yazoy.
Hashem Hoshia, Amelech Yaneinu. Hashem Hoshia, Amelech Yaneinu. Amelech Yaneinu, b'yoy koreinu. Hashem Hoshia, Amelech Yaneinu. Hashem Hoshia, Amelech Yaneinu. Amelech Yaneinu.
B'yoy koreinu. You know, we all daven for all kinds of things in life, but I think especially in today's day and age, with the craziness that's going on in the world, with the leadership of these Mishigoyim, the inflation that's going on, Parnasa is in everyone's mind. Everyone's buying Teslas. Gas here in LA is up to $6.50, $7. In New York, weiter. At the end of Tehillim, there's a special Hirotzoin, where we ask for many bakoshes. One of the bakoshes that we have there is Parnosa. V'hochein Parnosaseinu miyotcho arechovo v'amaleyo. Say, Yodcho Rechovo Behameleyo V'lo yitzarchu amcho Beis Yisroi Oy 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 Ze lo ze V'lo ila'am achi Oy v'hoch Oy Panos Asei
Arseinu Yachad Chava V'Hamaleya
V'lo yitzarech Acho Beis Yisrod Oy 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 Zelo Zem V'lo yama V'sein L'chol Tishvish Le'Panazus Oy 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 midoi sechu Everyone together. It's my great pleasure and honor to invite one of the elite boys from the Cheder, who also has a beautiful voice. And I heard today behind the grapevine that he is the greatest pitcher in town. He throws a ball 55 miles an hour. Levi Shapiro. The greatest pitcher in town. And a great singer.
Daddy dear, tell me please, is it true what they say? In the heaven there's a cup that gets fuller each day. And I heard Hashem keeps it close nearby, and he fills it with his tears each time that we cry. Zadie told me, Daddy dear, did he tell you the same? That when sorrow strikes people, Hashem feels all the pain. Tell me why does he cry far away in the sky? Tell me why, Daddy dear, are there tears in your eyes?
Little one, it is true, yes, it's true. Zadie told me years ago, and his dad told him too. Fathers cry for their children, and Hashem does the same. When we hurt, so does he. Yes, he feels our pain. Here's a pity from his eyes in this cup, sadly full. Till one day when it's full, all our troubles will go. We will fly in the sky like the birds in the sky. And I cry, little one, 'cause I'm touched by your words.
One more question, Danny dear, answer please if you will. Just how deep is this cup? Tell me when will it fill? Don't you think it is time that the sun forever shine? Don't you think it is time, dear Daddy of mine?
Little one, it is time. And I've questioned that too. So let us ask him together, me and you. Father dear, do you hear our worries, our fear? Will your eyes ever dry? Is your cup filled with tears? Woo! Levi Shapiro, let's hear it. This is the Cheder product. The Cheder. I wouldn't want to play baseball with him because he'll get me out every time.
Gewaldig, gewaldig, gewaldig. Ladies and gentlemen, the night is moving on. And we have still some business to take care of. I'm going to have the pleasure of introducing one of the most talented mechanchim in the world. But before he comes up, I just want to echo one minute what my colleague Moshe said. We have undertaken an audacious campaign. Doesn't make any sense. $36 million, $18 million the first shot, $18 million the second shot. Our kids deserve it because they are the best. But it's not going to happen unless we all band together and push it over the goal line. Unless you want Moshe Greenbaum to start crying, get your friends, get your neighbors, get your parents, get anybody you know, and get them to go to buildingchinuch.com. Is that right, Rocky? Buildingchinuch.com? Is that the... What one? And get there to make their pledge. Please, we're almost there. Where's the numbers? It'll come. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're almost there, 16.7. We want to get to the $18 million. Please. I'm talking also to people that are watching this. This is an institution that has proven, you've heard it tonight, they have proven that they know what they're doing. So we need your help. So ladies and gentlemen, please, if it's going to happen, it's up to us, to no one else. Let's see those numbers moving up the charts. How do you introduce a legend? How do you introduce someone whose name is synonymous with Cheder Menachem and now with Beis Chaim Mushka? Of course, I'm talking about none other than Rabbi Mendel, the great, unbelievable leader who runs this place, who is dedicated day and night. When I called Rabbi Greenbaum and we talked about what does it make? What does he do in the Cheder? How does he make it tick? He reminded me of something that was written about the Rebbe. That the Rebbe did not become a great leader because he made us believe in him. He became a great leader because he made leaders out of us. He believed in us. He believed in us. This is a theme that runs through Cheder Menachem. And Rabbi Greenbaum, who stands at the top, has that kind of philosophy with the Rebbes and the teachers. That this is an institution where collaboration, coming together, sharing, inspiring each other is not something that is looked down upon, but is encouraged. If there is a teacher that has a special talent, and each one of those teachers has a special talent, Rabbi Greenbaum encourages them to go in there and share that, talk to each other, learn from each other. That kind of an environment is unique, ladies and gentlemen. You don't understand what a gem that you have here in this city. We are blessed and honored to have such a dedicated and capable Hasidish Ibergegeben Mechanech to lead these two incredible institutions. Without him, I mean, we exaggerate, without him there'd be no school and this, but without him, truly, there'd be a gaping hole. And this whole campaign of 36 million, 18 once, 18 twice would be great, but we wouldn't be able to have that leadership, that strength, the one that really drives the bus. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it gives me an incredible amount of honor and pleasure and humility to bring here up on stage the one and only Rabbi Mendel Greenbaum. Rabbi Mendel Greenbaum. Sorry.
There you go. Thank you, Rabbi Perlmutter. I'm happy my mother is here because she certainly believes everything that was just said. Chazal tell us that Dover bi'itoi matoiv. The Alter Rebbe teaches us that we must live with the times, we must live with the parsha of the week. Parshas Bahaloischa Saneres was mentioned by Avremel at the beginning of tonight's evening. And Chassidus tells us that Bahaloischa Saneres refers to the kindling of the neshamas of Klal Yisrael. At Cheder Menachem and at Beis Chaim Mushka, indeed, Baha'aloischa Sanedes takes place
on a daily basis through the dedication of the administrators, the mechanchim, the mechanchois, teachers, and support staff of our mosdos. When I had the schus of joining the Cheder some 22 years ago, there were 175 students at Cheder. Today, 22 years later, there are almost 400 Talmidim at Cheder Menachem, and along with Beis Chayamushka, we now have a community mosed with over 750 students and growing Kenai Nahara year by year. Our mosdos have come a long way over the course of time. But one thing that's remained the same, one thing that will never change about Cheder and Beis Chayamushka is our commitment to growth. We believe that our Talmidim and Talmidos deserve only the best. In regards to the Aron in the Mishkan, the Torah tells us that the Kruvim that stood over the Aron bore the image of children. Our children, the protectors and the guarantors of Torah, stand watch upon that Aron. They ensure that the Torah will endure forever. Now, regarding the kelim in the Mishkan, the halacha is that if you don't have the material with which the Torah said to build that keli, you may substitute it with other materials. However, in regards to the kruvim, only gold may be used, and no substitute is therefore allowed. At Cheder Menachem and at Beis Chayamushka, we believe that for our children, for our kruvim, only gold will do, only the best for them. And that's why our teachers are constantly growing. On a regular basis, they're collaborating together on new classroom initiatives to produce curriculum materials or to put their heads together on classroom management techniques. We're constantly taking time to grow personally with professional development, and keeping our curriculum up to date is extremely important as well. At Cheder, we were the first of 2 schools in the country to integrate the Zeckelman standards for Chumash skills. And as was mentioned earlier by Rabbi Blasberg, one of the first schools to pilot a new social emotional learning program developed by the Menachem Educational Foundation. We are open to stretching the horizons, to trying something new. When we believe in something, we can be the pioneers. We were the first school to hire a full-time Tzivos Hashem base commander. You met earlier Rabbi Heidingsfeld, who's still with us today. This has now become the norm. This has now become the norm in Chabad schools across the country. We were the first school I think it was 19 years ago, to install these outdated Tzivos Hashem kiosks, which children used to crowd around in order to swipe barcodes to get their points in Tzivos Hashem. Integrating the use of smartboards and other technology to enhance the limudim has been a successful way to engage students and enhance their learning. Of course, thanks must be given to the board, who takes on the incredible financial responsibility, allowing for all of us administrators, the Limudei Kodesh departments and the general studies departments, to continuously innovate and continuously grow. Recently, they have allowed for investment in smaller class sizes, allowing for more personalized attention per student. By unifying the community and its schools, we are able to share resources and invest even more into the success of both our teachers and our students. Besides for the skilled mechanchim and mechanchois, teachers and assistants, we have a talented staff of school therapists, behaviorists, Mrs. Stillman, guidance counselors, resource room tutors, and Kriya specialists. Look, At the end of the day, our children spend the majority of their waking hours in school. A child's happiness, a child's identity, everything a child becomes will be built in Cheder, in Beis Chayamushka. It's their connection with their friends, their relationships with their teachers that gives them the confidence to go out into the world and accomplish great things. And it's the atmosphere of a school that communicates the message to a child, you belong. As parents, we know that raising children isn't always easy. There can be behavioral challenges, social struggles, emotional issues. And in school, when we encounter a student who's struggling, it's certainly a challenge for everyone involved. To share an incident that was shared to me by Rabbi Greenbaum, 8th grade Rebbe at Cheder. There was a student who we had in his class, we'll call him Chaim, who was having a very tough time, came from a home that unfortunately didn't support a surrounding that supported a wholesome education, a lot of challenges, a lot of issues, learning issues, and it was hard for that child, a lot of behavioral things that went on. And at the end of the day, unfortunately, we couldn't accommodate the child. And I think we all felt terrible about the fact that that didn't work out. But a few years later, it was last year, Rabbi Greenbaum is sitting in his house, and he gets a knock on the door. Opens up the door, it's Chaim. Chaim is now, last year he must have been about 19 years old, standing there, tzitzis, a little beard, and he says, Rebbe, you remember me? He says, yeah. He says, I know that I gave you a hard time. I know it was a big challenge for the school to keep me. But I want you to know that whatever I am now is all thanks to the dedication, the time and the effort and the investment that you put into me. When we do everything in our power to help a student succeed and are able to see the fruits of our labor, even if it's years down the line, that's true nachas, true satisfaction. When we see Talmidim coming back to Cheder to teach, when we watch old Talmidim getting married, moving back to Los Angeles and sending their kids back to Cheder, back to Beis Chayamushka, that's real nachas. You know, I'd like to conclude with an interesting letter that was brought to my attention last night between Mincha and Ma'ariv. Somebody walked over to me and said, the mosdos are having a dinner and a gathering celebrating the building of a new building. Well, there's a letter from the Rebbe that was written 71 years ago today, this very day, Yud Gimel Sivan, Sunday of Parshas Ba'aloischa Tavshin Yud Aleph. And it was written to those that gathered together for an event in support of Beis Rivka, marking the occasion of them buying a new building in another part of town. And the Rebbe congratulates the participants in this event on this momentous occasion. And he says now the institution is going to be able to have more students than they were able to have before, just as we are celebrating here tonight. And the Rebbe extends tremendous blessings to all those that participate in the event and throw their support behind the purchase and the expansion of this building. And the Rebbe concludes the letter, and I'll finish with this. He tells these participants that by a gathering of Askonim of Chinuch, the Friediker Rebbe, the previous Rebbe, told them that der Eibishter bleibt nicht kein Balchoiv. God does not remain in debt. Und die alle was tun und helfen auf dem Gebiet von Chinuch HaKosher, all those that do and support what it takes to have proper Chinuch, batzollt sei der Eibishter b'hamitztarech lohem. The Eibishter pays them with all that they need. Ubefrat in Yiddische Nachas von Kinder, especially, he will bless them with having true Jewish Nachas from their children. And the Rebbe concludes with the words, Divrei Tzadikim Chayim V'Kayomim La'ad, the words of our righteous are eternal and last forever. The words written 71 years ago are as relevant and true tonight as they were 71 years ago. Rabbi Isai, thank you for coming out tonight in support of building Chinuch. Thank you for your investment in our children's education, and may Hashem bless you with all these bountiful brachas. Miyodei hamlei apsucha k'deisha v'arachava.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Rabbi Mendel Greenbaum. Please. Please. Got it. Okay. Listen, here's a passionate guy. He has an important message. Come on, Mike, give it.
A lot of messages, but I want to point out two incredible 8th graders, as so many of our children have reached out to bring extra funds to this campaign. But there are two remarkable young men, Levi Bressman and Ari Loshak, who created a team on their very own and bring in cash every single day to meet their goal. They brought in over $3,000. Unbelievable. Thank you, guys. Special thank you to the facilities manager and IT director, Rabbi Avraham Fried. Thank you. Special thank you to our Cheder Menachem principals, Rabbi Blasberg, Rabbi Shapiro, Mrs. Blauner, Rabbi Volovic. At this moment, I just want to say, Rabbi Volovic, special, special man. My son Isaac, who loves to daven, told me, he davens b'avodah, he says that Rabbi Volovic is the one who taught him how to daven. Rabbi Volovic is in need of a refuah shlema. Let's have in mind Yosef ben Sarreza for refuah shlema, and let him come back immediately with all of his strength intact and then some. Big shout out to the principals of Beis Chaim Mushka, Mrs. Rubnitz, Mrs. Pinson, Mrs. Zaitz, Mrs. Charatan, Mrs. Morovich, who do such an outstanding job with our daughters. Thank you, thank you. We cannot thank you enough. A very special thanks to the financial office staff of BCM, Shandy Pinson, Chanin Yazov, Tovi Zaidel, and of course the very special Rivki Greenwald. Thank you. Woo! Thank you to our social media team, Chavi Vishetsky, Chana Vogel, Chaya Tenenbaum, Rachi Charatan, Rivka Morovich, Dina Shalman, Menucha Belkin, and Rivki Markowitz. Thank you so much. Special shout out to the facilities manager of Beis Chaim Mushka, Rabbi Brud. And finally, everybody keeps talking about the board, the board, the board. But the board is made up of people that dedicate themselves belev ubenefesh for both our sons and our daughters. They're not always appreciated. They're not always thanked. They do a thankless job. It's not easy to stand in their feet, in their shoes. But as the Alter Rebbe told the Malamed that he hired for his children, we have a shared responsibility. I have a responsibility to be mechanech my son. You have a responsibility to have parnasa for your family. Let us split the responsibilities. My friend, the board has carried their share of the responsibilities, and we thank them all. The Cheder Menachem and Beis Chaim Mushka board of directors, Shmuley Cohen, Shmuel Binyamin Fogelman, Yerachmiel Forer, Mendel Goldman, David Hach, Yossi Lipsker, Yossi Mayberg, and Yecheskel Rayburn, and Melach Weiss. May Hashem bless you, your families, with everything good. Thank you for these donations that just came in. Tzvi Bayarski, $1,000. Arthur and Dorothy Diller and Baruch Marshik, in memory of their son Michal, they're dedicating a mezuzah for $18,000. Thank you so much. $5,400 by David and Mushki K. Thank you so much. $20,000 by Yitzi and Rachi Zakon. Thank you so much. $5,400 by Dr. and Dr. Allen and Michla Dower. Thank you very, very much, Drs. Dower. Someone in the crowd, $3,600. Anyone who want to match and raise them. Okay. From the crowd, $50,000 Le'iloi Nishmas, Rabbi Shimon HaLevi Reichik, and Yabadal L'Chaim Tovim in honor of Rabbi Yossi Lipsker and Rabbi Greenbaum. Thank you so much. We're at 1,600 donors. We can cross the threshold soon into $17 million. We got it. My friends, we have this. It's a climb. We can get there. There are people you can ask, relatives, friends, co-workers. Don't be embarrassed. We do this every day in Shlichus. You ask people for money, some of them say yes, some of them say no, some of them get mad. It's okay. It's all part of the fun. But we are investing in our children, and there's no greater cause. I cannot reiterate this again. Ladies and gentlemen, our very special, the chassid of Jewish music. Let's give it up for Avraham Fried.
Oh, wow, what an introduction. Moshe, Ashkoyach. Ashkoyach, come over here. Hi. How are you? Okay, now I want to get a little... Oh, close. Benny, how are you? You're enjoying? You comfortable? I just heard some amazing news, ladies and gentlemen. We have here with us, here he is. Rabbi Yitzi is here. Now that alone, that Mesiras Nefesh alone should put Cheder Menachem over the top. What Mesiras Nefesh to come to show support for Cheder Menachem. Amazing. Yitzi, we love you. We'll dedicate this song to you, okay? Let's all sing together.
Oy Abba, 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 Melech HaOlam.
Sing along.
Melech, Melech, Abba shel kulam. I shuv v'shuv אתה סולח, רק אליך עוד בורח הבא. תתה אבא, 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 מלך העולם. מלך, 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 אבא של כולם. I שוב ושוב אתה סולח, רק אליך עוד בורח הבא. תתה שומר עלינו, אוהב אותנו, אבא של כולם. במלחמות שומר עלינו, בנסתרות גם שם איתנו, אבא שלי הוא מלך העולם. Raise your voices, everybody. Abba, 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 Melech HaOlam. Melech HaOlam. Melech, Abba של כולם. שוב ושוב אתה סולח, רק אליך עוד בורח הבא. Then guide me shoin heim. Melech, 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 zurück in Heider gein. Dort sie dir ständig läuft, dort sie aber dir nicht häuft. Tate, Tate, Father, 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 to you we sing and pray. You never, never, never turn away.
Ay, 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 tate. Oy, oy, tate. Thank you. Any requests? Taking some, I'll take a request. On giant shoulders. Let's hear. Let's try. Who asked for giant shoulders? They gotta come join me on stage. Who asked for it? Ya Hamoid, Ya Hamoid. Come on. We'll start it. Go ahead. Ready? I'll come to you. And we will do it, brothers, after us. There'll be no others. You and I will do what giants wanted to. So stand and take the credit. We will be the ones to end it. Though we're small, we're standing tall like soldiers, riding high, 'cause we're on our Father's shoulders. Yo, Father's shoulders. And we will do it, brothers, after us. You and I will do what giants want to do. So stand and take the credit. We will be the ones to end it. Though we're small, we're standing tall like soldiers, riding high, 'cause we're on our Father's shoulders. Oh, Father's shoulders. Good choice. Good choice. Good choice. Rabbi Abba, I just sang us. Where were you?
I heard it.
You heard it?
I really appreciate you singing
Beautiful.
that for me.
Beautiful. This is the real Abba.
Now, my family can respect me.
That was all worth it.
That Avraham Fried sang me a song. I'm telling you, I'm going to
was
go
all
home
worth it.
tonight. I hope it's on tape.
I hope so too.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and only Avraham Fried. I mean,
We'll see you soon.
so we've heard from a number of people this evening. We heard a choir. We heard from Rabbi Greenbaum. We heard from the lay leaders. And we have one more interview that I'd like to do. We know, and we mentioned here before, that the board at Cheder Menachem and Beis Chayemushka is not just a puppet. I mean, that's how organizations have boards, put people up there for the name, but this is a board that gets down and dirty, is involved, goes out there to the community, and then recently embarked on this audacious, crazy, unbelievable campaign to buy an enormous building and to transform Chinuch for our community forever. There's one guy, one person, that really spearheaded this campaign. And I'd like to invite him to come up and sit with us for a few minutes. Yossi Lipsker, if you don't mind. I think many people here know you. I don't think you need an introduction. I have to go through your whole family history here. They know you. So please, if you don't mind, having a seat there. You're on the hot seat. I've gone through your emails, and I'd like to ask you a few questions. But first of all, one second, I'm getting a call. Hold on. Yeah? Your partner, Lou, just called me. He hasn't seen you in 3 weeks. All right? He wants to know if you're okay. Are you all right?
I generally don't go in when the market goes down.
You don't go in?
No.
Smart man. Smart man. 20 years ago, I don't know what happened to you. You were a normal person, and then woke up one morning and decided, you know what? I don't have much to do. I have family, a business, but I got so much extra time on my hands. I think I'm going to get involved in Chinuch. All right? And you started here with the Cheder and took it over as a lay leader, together with others. I know you're a humble guy, but all the notes that I get here says he's the man, he's the guy, he's the person, he's wonderful. I'm not doing it for you, I'm doing it for Gila, okay? That's what I'm doing it for, okay? Yossi, what happened to you? Why? I mean, you could have stayed home and gotten some hobby, you know, like building little ships or something.
Abba, I'm going to go off script here.
Yes.
I think the first time I met you, you were a beautiful shliach. And then you said you wanted to work for Dean Witter. What happened to you?
I don't know. It was crazy, but thank God it only lasted for a couple of years. Went back to what's important. So, Yossi, everybody here is asking me, wants to know the same question. Why?
So the why is that, Baruch Hashem, when we got together as a group, and I think almost everybody that was part of that original 10 guys that started the board that we essentially have today, I think they're almost all here. I think we saw a problem. The problem was that, the Cheder was financially unstable. Teachers weren't being paid on time. And we really wanted to provide a simple solution of providing stability and paying the teachers on time, just simple. And at that time, it seemed kind of revolutionary. It's kind of silly. But Baruch Hashem, we achieved that. And I think over time, what we realized was there's so much more to accomplish. And there were so many challenges that came up. And had you said initially, like, oh, here's all the challenges, everything you're going to need to deal with in the next 10, 15, 20 years, honestly, probably I would never sign up to do it. But with an amazing community and a lot of great teachers and just the pride in the school, we took each problem one by one and we solved them. The properties that we're sitting on were initially problems, but we solved it. And we solved it with the community. There's people, many of the biggest donors in this campaign are people that helped us buy these properties, and they're willing to step up. So when you see that type of commitment and dedication in the community that really cares, it inspires you to continue and to think and to grow and to say, hey, can we do something bigger?
I think most people, seeing the success of what you had initially, I mean, taking over the school, got a beautiful building here on La Cienega, getting a great staff, unbelievable support from the community. Most people would have said, you know what? All right, I'm okay. You know what? We're good. What's wrong with this building? It's great. It's smack in the center of town. But no, you had to flip out again and decided that, no. You know what? There's a piece of property on Pico. It's a block. It's just a block. It's got 50,000 square feet, 27 classrooms. It's only going to cost us $36 million. But that's, come on, compared to what the budget of the state of California, it's nothing. So then you decided to go on this crazy, wild campaign that the Rebbe could appreciate because we know how much the Rebbe pushed us to go beyond our boundaries. Please, tell us about the genesis of this crazy endeavor.
So the one thing that I've learned in doing this for a long time is our job is to make a keli. And the Eibishter, when you make a keli, gives us a tremendous bracha. And I've seen this over and over again. I can't tell you how many people I've approached to help the Cheder. I can't tell you how many people told me no.
Shocking.
No. Oh. They said no. And what I've learned is that the Eibishter wants to always remind us that the hard work is only a bracha that makes a keli. But he always wants to tell us this message, that you have to make the effort, and the Eibusher gives you brachas in ways that you completely don't expect. And that's what happened with this campaign. When I think about the tremendous hashkacha pratis that led us to do this, we've been speaking with Rabbi Greenbaum and others about the fact that the Cheder is approaching 400 students and our building is 22,000 square feet. We've already put down 2 trailers on this property. We're going to put down another 2 trailers on this property. And we've been trying to solve this problem and saying, what do we do next? We attempted to buy properties around the Cheder. There's lots of little properties, houses, and other businesses here that we tried. We desperately tried. And for whatever reason, it didn't happen. We tried to buy a different property on La Cienega, and it didn't happen. But when I think about the tremendous hashkacha pratis, you see how the Eibusher literally guided us to say, this is the project you're going to choose. And when I thought about it, and I just contemplated before tonight, and I was thinking, really, what happened? Why did we really do it? And I only accept this as a hashkacha pratis. When Tzemach Kunyan passed away, I went to be Menachem. And a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, walked up to me and said, Yossi, we have this friend that we know. I just want you to realize that he just did a very beautiful dedication. And check it out online. So I said, thank you. I went back to my office, and I looked at the dedication. I said, oh, wow, that really is special. Without any expectations, I sent him an email, and I just said, hey, that was really beautiful what you did. And the email that he sent me back was, Yossi, I just want you to know that if you ever have a project that you want me to do for you, just let me know. I'm ready to do it. And that was the beginning of thinking that maybe we could do something really special. There's a lot of other things that happened that I'm not going to go into details. Anybody, lots of friends of mine know this. But that's what happened. And the reason I'm mentioning this tonight is because when you think about hashkacha pratis and you realize all the ups and downs that the Cheder has gone through, you'll know that Tzemach was the one that actually helped finish this building to prepare it for the Cheder to move in. And I just want to acknowledge that because ultimately that's the truth. But that was the beginning. And then a lot of other people stepped up with a lot of other ideas, and a lot of other people were very instrumental in that happening.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you for sharing that. You're an investment guy. That's what you do for a living. Whenever you go into the office.
Have you seen the market?
I've seen the market. It'll come back. It'll come back. That's what they all say. Can you tell me, Yossi, what was the best investment you've ever made?
You want the ticker?
I'll take that.
CM.
CM. Let me see if I can figure that out. Does it trade on NASDAQ or the Dow?
It's privately traded.
And it will stay that way.
There's some very important shareholders that are very proud. When you think about an investment, you look at the track record, you think about a school, you think about the history, and you say, what have they accomplished? And really, if you look at where the Cheders come from and what they've accomplished, and now that we have Beis Chaim Mushka and what we're trying to put into place, there really is nothing that I'm more proud of in terms of to be involved in. You asked me before, why did I choose? I don't know why I chose. That's the truth. But I did, and I always tried to help. And I always try to be an inspiration to others to say, if we all get together and we pool our resources, we can really accomplish amazing things. And I'm blown away by the numbers of people that have shown up tonight. I'm blown away by the numbers of people, whether they're balabatim, whether they're shluchim, whether they're friends, whether they're family, that have really gone out of their way. And I've had a lot of conversations. And I'm just really, truly inspired. But ultimately, yeah, if I look back at the past 20 years and of all the things that I've accomplished, whether it's my family, business, there aren't too many things that I'm more proud of than what we've accomplished here at the Cheder.
This is a big campaign. This is not your garden variety campaign of, we'll raise $2 million and we'll beautify the building and maybe we'll put in a little playground for the preschool. I mean, this is way out of anyone's league that we ever thought of here, in this town. And I'm sure that you've seen over the course of the campaign many very ups and downs, high points, low points. Can you share with us maybe some of the things that really stood out to you as you're running this campaign?
Absolutely. So I would just say the sheer numbers of parents that have gotten involved, that's the number one thing. When we started out with this, just bringing the community together, I don't know that we've had 500 plus people from our school, mostly our school. This is our parents. This is our community that has shown up tonight. And I really do congratulate you and applaud all of you for coming out and participating. And they've done it in a meaningful way. And I think they've all shown that they care. And we pushed them. I can't tell you how many people walked up to me tonight and said, thank you for pushing me. The calls aren't easy to make. And I know, I think there's some people that may not have made eye contact with me for a few weeks or months. But the reality is, I think most of them, some of them are still my good friends. But you pushed yourself. But the one thing that really probably inspired me the most is amongst the donors, and maybe I'm just naive, but I do believe it when they say it. When people made commitments, they generally said, and I have literally dozens of these examples, let's start with this number, and in Mirza Hashem over time, it's going to grow. So, in fact, you can say Yossi's naive, Yossi's optimistic, Yossi's a big believer, but just tonight, I can't tell you how many people made commitments. And as Moshe Greenbaum was speaking and inspiring people and the children were singing, somebody made a proposal to me. And everybody loves a good deal. It says, Yossi, there's no way you're finishing this campaign tonight. You guys are so far away from the goal. I mean, it's hard. And I said, it's true. We might not, and that would be okay, because I think that we've accomplished what we really wanted to, which is to elevate the status and the issue of the chinuch of our children for our entire community. We put it on the front page. We put it in the headlines. We put it into the memories and to the thoughts of everyone in our community. So if with nothing else, we've accomplished that, which is an amazing accomplishment. So he said, or two people said to me, he says, Yossi, here we go. We're going to put up $490,000. And we will match
One second. How much?
So we have two people here tonight that put up $490,000 that's not on the board, and they will double every donation that's made because they believe if they put up that number, we will get to our goal tonight. And I don't believe that it's impossible that we're all going to walk out of here without the $18 million. So I'm going to thank everybody. I know Abba has some more questions, and I'm going to say one more thing, and I'm going to be done because I'm sure that David Weinbaum is really nervous. I had a lot of other things to say. I do want to thank Shalom Ber Langzam, who stepped into the role at Cheder and Chaya Mushka and took on projects that were beyond what I would have thought was possible. He's organized, he's thoughtful, he's a mensch, he cares passionately about the schools. And in just a very short period of time, he's impacted our community in a very, very meaningful way. And I want to give him a big yasher koyach. We've been talking about doing a campaign for years, actually. This is the first time Cheder Chaim Mushka have done a campaign in 5 years. Since 2017, we've really not asked the community for money in an organized way. There's a lot of donors. There's a lot of people that give nice money. It's an individual relationships, but we haven't gone to the masses. And Shalom Ber said, we need to do a big campaign. And I said, Shalom, it just takes months and months and months of preparation. He says, we're going to set a date and we're going to do it. And that's what we did. That's what he did. He set a date and he put it on his shoulders. And this beautiful event is primarily because of Shalom, together with Yossi Burstin and Hudi Lipsker, who literally I don't think have slept, at least since Shavuos for sure, and probably from before. So they really deserve a big Yashar Chayach. Everybody that's here tonight, I think, understands how beautiful and special this event has been. I want to thank all the guys that I've worked with on the board. Their names have been mentioned multiple times, but many of them have been good friends and have always never walked away from a challenge. Whatever the challenge was with regards to the Cheder, they were always there. They always figured out solutions. These properties that we're sitting on was tremendous hard work by lots of guys on the board. And I thank them. I'm kind of running out of time. The teachers, we're lucky in Los Angeles. We have tremendous people that come to work every single day. While we pursue our passions, while we produce our interests, whether it's shlichus or business, we have amazing people that take their lives and dedicate it to educating our children. So I want to thank them. This week, I'm going to be celebrating with my wife my 30th anniversary.
Together?
Together.
Ah.
You remember, Albert, you were there. You were at the wedding. You were at the Shever Brachas.
Yes.
And
I was wondering if you're actually going to see her on your anniversary.
I will. That's why we did the event on today.
Okay.
I just want
Just
to
checking.
wish her Mazel Tov and thank her. And I just want everybody to know that the time that I put into the Cheder wouldn't be possible without a wife that's devoted and caring and never, ever stopped me from pursuing anything, whether it's a late night meeting or phone calls or frustrations, whatever it was. And I just want to say thank you, Gila, and happy anniversary.
Yes, you don't go. No, we're going to do one more pitch, but you have to be up here with us. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, the man needs a little bit better applause than that. Come on. He's a humble guy. He didn't want to come up here, doesn't want to talk about himself. But really, Yossi, every institution in America wants a piece of you. Everyone. So Gila, sorry, but we're taking him on the road. Okay? He's going to fix Chinuch around the United States of America. All right? So ladies and Yossi, please stay up here because we're going to finish off this evening.
So Yossi, just so you know,
put the numbers up there.
While you were talking, first of all, while you were in the last few minutes while this was going on, there has already been several members. This was just handed to me literally minutes ago. So members of our Cheder Menachem Beis Chaim Mishka family have already answered the call. Now, these are donations beyond what they've given before. Ari and Rivki Markowitz, thank you so much for an additional $12,000. Mendy and Simi Ormalan for an additional $10,000 in honor of Rabbi Shapiro, the principal here, who's doing such a fantastic job. Thank you, Rabbi Shapiro. Mr. and Mrs. Nuchi Shapiro, an additional $12,000. Shia Lowenstein, an additional $12,000. Levi Binyaminson and his wife, additional $12,000. Mr. and Mrs., by the way, with everybody. And Ben and Simcha Mandelbaum, $5,400 in honor of Shalom Ber Langzam. And last but not least, there is an inspired parent in the crowd right before you went up that has committed to an additional $90,000. Doesn't want their name said. Ladies and gentlemen,
Where are we? We're there. We're right there.
We're almost at 97.
Please.
All right, those of you who are watching at home, it's gonna be the campaign's gonna be left open. We will hit this. Whether it's
what do they have to do? Tell them what they have to do. Where is it?
The tote board.
BuildingChinuch.com.
BuildingChinuch.com. You go on BuildingChinuch.com. What did your father-in-law used to say? Reb Shimshon Olav Shalom. Ladies and gentlemen, open your hearts and open your wallets.
Take out a dollar
and give me the rest. Right?
There you go. There you go. Listen, for this man's sake, let him go to sleep, please. But he won't till that number hits 18 million. So I'm begging you. His father-in-law is sitting there as a medical doctor. He's also asking. The man needs some sleep, all right? As well as Sholem Ber needs to go home and just rest. So we're begging you from the bottom of our hearts. Let's not leave this evening until we hit that $18 million.
This has been a fantastic evening.
Moshe,
I think we should go on the road.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. We came here tonight. What was it? What was it? 14, 16?
16, something.
16.
Just
we're right there.
Yeah.
We're right there. You heard You are incredible.
By the way,
this community is absolutely incredible. You should give yourself a round of applause for what you do.
That's 1,666 individual donors, each and every one of you. No donation too small. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for making tonight a reality. And we're going to end off with a bang.
Who? Me and you? Or Mordechai and Avraham?
Yeah. Can we sing with them? I don't want to sing with them.
David Weinbaum is saying what? What are you saying? What? You're leaving? He's leaving.
He has a flight. He has a flight.
He has a flight to catch.
Half of this
so
group
ladies
came
and gentlemen, please welcome on stage for
guys,
one
thank you
last
so much.
time. The two great. Just here he is.
Let's end it out with a bang.
Mordechai Ben David. Thank you all very much for coming.
And Avraham.
Have a good night.
No? Just you?
In the dark, frigid cellar, alone, just a small group of men. When in rushed the soldiers and them all away, the flame of Torah flickered on that day. So many tears, so much sorrow, pain has lasted thousands of years, but soon they stop crying. Cruelty will end. Melech HaMashiach will descend. Someday we will all be together. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Someday we'll be sheltered and warm. Every day we dive. We ask Hashem, please bring those old times back. We all know that you're listening. Of course we know it's true. I've received the promise, so have you, that Hashem will lead us out of this miserable gullies. We can't take too much longer, you know why. And then together we're all gonna daven. Together we're all gonna sing we're gonna praise. Thank you, Hashem, for everything. Avraham and Yitzchak will be there to greet us. Yaakov and his sons stand by his side. Moshe Rabbeinu will lead us once again. In our only home, in our beautiful home, Yerushalayim. Mikora v'yameinu be'ezras Someday we'll all be together. Someday, Lord, we'll all be together.
Something we are together, Baruch Hashem. Wow, beautiful.
מלך המשיח, ברוך הבא, ברוך הבא, מלך המשיח, ברוך הבא,
ברוך הבא, מלך המשיח, ברוך הבא, ברוך הבא, מלך המשיח, איי איי איי, מלך המשיח, אוי אוי אוי, ברוך הבא, אוי אוי אוי, מלך המשיח, אוי אוי אוי, ברוך הבא, שהחיינו וקימנו, והגיענו לזמן הזה, שהחיינו וקימנו, והגיענו לזמן הזה. איי איי איי, מלך המשיח, אוי אוי אוי, ברוך הבא, איי איי אוי, ראינו המשיח, איי אוי אוי, ברוך הבא. Here they are, all right.
ברוך הבא, ברוך הבא, מלך המשיח, ברוך הבא, ברוך הבא, מלך המשיח, ברוך הבא, ברוך הבא, מלך המשיח.
איי איי איי, מלך המשיח, אוי אוי אוי, ברוך הבא, אוי אוי אוי, מלך המשיח, אוי אוי אוי, ברוך הבא, שהחיינו וקימנו, והגיענו לזמן הזה, שהחיינו וקימנו, והגיענו לזמן הזה. איי איי איי, איי איי איי, ברוך הבא, איי איי איי, מלך המשיח, איי איי איי, ברוך הבא. Shoyach Menachem Mendel, Shoyach.
After the singing as a kind of a HaKadosh Baruch Hu for the Hatzlacha here tonight. Cheder Menachem.
אני מאמין, אני מאמין, אני מאמין באמונה שלי בו בביאת המשיח. אני מאמין, משיח, משיח, משיח. אוי 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 משיח, 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 משיח. אוי 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 משיח, משיח, משיח. Oy 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 Mashiach, Mashiach, Mashiach. Yeah 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 yeah. Yam. Mamia kozeh hakelo hakelo v'choyim sheyovoy. Yam. Mamia kozeh hakelo hakelo v'choyim sheyovoy. Sheyovoy. Sheyovoy, sheyovoy, sheyovoy. Sheyovoy, sheyovoy. Sheyovoy, sheyovoy, sheyovoy.
Thank you very much.
Good night, everyone.